In the second chapter of the Gita, verse 12, 13, and so forth, Krishna talks about the nature of the self in its embodied state. Dehinosminyatādehe komaram yovanam jara tatade hantara praptir dhirastatrana muyati. Just like a boy grows up to be a man, to become old and then dies. In the same way, the soul or the self or the consciousness transfers from one state to another state until it achieves a different body. And then the example is given of clothes. You wear these clothes now. When the clothes get old and worn and you wash them and they just start fraying and breaking apart. Right? You ever had a pair of clothes? It's like, all right, it's time to get a new pair. At a certain point. Then what do? You exchange the old clothes for new clothes. That's called death and rebirth. In the wheel of samsara, that's what God's doing. We're being born and dying and taking on new form. Samsara, and the cycle of samsara. So the question is now, how do we get out? How do we get a better form? Krishna says in the Gita, the spirit or the soul or consciousness, as you like to call it, it never perishes. It forever abides. It's imperishable. While the body changes, the soul does not change. Consciousness prevails. Matter cannot be destroyed. Why could consciousness be destroyed? If you take matter and you try to destroy it, what does it do? It just produces some other form. Matter is always changing one form to another form. Your body, all the form of the elements in the body now, what will happen is when it deteriorates, they'll all go and collect and make a new body. That's like gravity even. What is the idea of gravity? Attraction. Attraction until it achieves form. Consciousness without form is not happy. Right? You look at the Big Bang, what? Everything is flying around until it becomes in form. The earth, the sun, the planets, it's all seeking form. And so everything in this existence wants form. But God doesn't have a form. We get a form, everyone gets a form, only God doesn't get a form. Does that make sense? What does it say in the Bible? Yes. That's okay. God doesn't have material form. This is what's said in the Sastra. Papani Bado Grivala. He is walking without feet. He is seeing without eyes. He's moving without hands or feet. What does that mean? Nirgun means no material form. No material form. And the soul, which is consciousness, also in the actual purest state, also has no material form. Because material form is lesser energy. And so the soul or consciousness, which is a higher energy, is not meant to be stuck in material form and temporary reality of samsara. That's why we're always lamenting and seeking and yearning. Why? I know there's something wrong. I know there's something more, and I'm yearning for it. I make relationships in this world, and then what happens? No matter how hard I try to cling to those relationships, I'm attached to those relationships, what happens? We're forcefully separated by the influence of time. And yet consciousness is always abiding. Consciousness is described to be this force pervading the body. When the body is lost, we achieve another form.